the race issue in our country?
Well, Jerry, I'm going to tell you something about that to sort of ease your mind. You know, I was brought up around old people, white and black both, and if somebody in the neighborhood got sick, everybody in the neighborhood pitch in and go help them out, you know, until they get back up on the feet.
Right.
But with the way it is now, the ones that's got plenty, they rather for theirs to fall off the vine and rot than to pass some on over to somebody that it would help, you know, that needs it, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's basically the way I was raised, you know. It was like someone was down and in need, people pitched in to help.
Right.
But nowadays, we've got so many people wanting the government to supply everything, and, you know, everything's just all out of whack.
It's plumb out of whack. And, you know, since you mentioned that, it was a white lady named was Miss Floyd years ago when I was growing up as a boy. We used to play ball and stuff with her children. And it didn't dawn on me until I become about 19 or 20 years old that she was a fair woman and that she cared about other folks' children. Now, we'd be out there in the field playing, having a good time, and she called them in there to give them a glass of lemonade and 3 cookies. She give me a glass of lemonade and 3 cookies,
Right.
like she did them. And I thought about it after I got older. I said, now, she didn't have to treat me that way. I said, but she treated me like I was somebody.
Right.
And I said, I really appreciate it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, it's brought me a long way in this life, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, nowadays, you and I have been knowing each other for 35 years at least.
Right.
And anytime I ever need you, you've always been there.
Right.
Always been there for me. And I guess what bothers me the most now is people in our government, not just our government, and other people that want to make everything into a race issue nowadays. And I know there's racism. There's always going to be people
to the end of the world.
But, you know, don't try to stir it up and keep it going. And that, I believe there's a lot of people that's just what they want to do is keep it going.
Well, you know, I looked at it and thought about it time and time again. I've always got along with everybody. And, you know, I was looking at this case down there in Florida where that man killed that young black boy down there about loud music. Well, my grandmother always told me that anywhere you go and you got to have a gun, you ain't got no business, a gun or a knife, you ain't got no business being there. So I pulled up at service stations and stores, and they be playing the loud music, but I be pulling up there to go in there to get what I want and come on back out and tend to my business and let them tend to theirs, you know. Now, if I was one of those type wanted to haul a gun around, then ain't no telling what I might do, you know, but I'm not in that vocabulary.
Well, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, it was good talking to you today, and I hope to catch up with you soon. I'm sure I will, because you and I are friends to the end.
Always will be.
And we ain't getting caught up in all that other stuff that people try to keep stirred up, cause controversy between one another. And I just wish other people would try the same thing.
Exactly. Well, see what have happened, what's going on in this country. Like I told you before, we got them congressmen and senators up there. Deep down inside of them, there ain't nothing but a pack of wolves dressed in lamb wool.
Okay, Mr. Wade, I'll let you get back to your business.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back and go to the lumber yard and get a little more lumber, because I have to work for a living.
Well,
I can't sit around and do nothing.
I love you, man.
I love you too.